Flower Power by Anya Nielsen of Kincumber 2251. Narrated by Janine Penfold. A young girl, her copper hair in a perky ponytail, bounded confidently into the flower shop. She looked from side to side, her eyes wide, dazzled by the array of flowers. "Good morning," said the florist, wondering if she was alone or had an adult in tow. "Are you after something special?" "It's my mother's birthday. She likes flowers." "What flowers does she like?" "She says all sorts are beautiful in their own way. That's why she called me Rose, and my two sisters are named Lily and Violet." The shopkeeper smiled at the candid words uttered by the girl. Still a bud, she thought, but trying to open her petals. "Pleased to meet you. My name's Margaret." Rose walked around smelling the flowers. She stopped at the lavender. "That one reminds me of my Nana." And after a long whiff of the old-fashioned tea rose, she said, "And that one is my mother." "I can put whatever you choose into a nice posy," said Margaret. "What about a bunch of roses using every colour in the shop?" Then the others would feel left out." Clearly Rose was not comfortable with that suggestion. "Can I have one of everything in the shop, even that peculiar one that looks like a bird's beak?" So amused by this clever young customer, Margaret laughed out loud. "The one you call peculiar is a very expensive flower called Strelitzia, or bird of paradise, and is often used in formal displays in the foyers of stately homes and large city offices. Why don't you sit and watch while I put some flowers together for you?" The girl sat obediently on the chair by the counter as the flowers were gathered and placed expertly into a large bouquet. The florist wound a rubber band around the stems to secure the arranged bunch, then wrapped it all in marmalade-coloured paper and finished it off with a bright apple-green bow. She lifted the arrangement for the girl to see. "What do you think?" she asked, handing Rose the flowers. "When I look at them, they make me feel happy. It's like when I play the cello. On its own, the sound is full of melancholy and it makes me feel quite sad. But when I go to orchestra practice with the violins, drums, trumpets and piano, together we make happy music and I feel very cheerful." "Cello? You are a talented girl." "All these flowers with their contrasting shapes and sizes and colours, they're all so different, but when they are together, they make me feel happy." Later that evening, when Margaret relaxed at home, she reflected on the day. It had been inordinately busy. Many people, old and young, had bought floral arrangements for gifts and cut flowers to take home. One customer stood out above the rest, the young girl, Rose. Margaret wondered if the child understood the depth of the concepts she had uttered. It set her thinking. There are so many types of flowers, fragile and hardy, long-stemmed and short, aromatic and pungent, their colours and shapes diverse. The rose is formal compared to the daisy, but both are beautiful. Some flowers grow in pretty borders, others are seen in shrubs. Some are used to make perfumes and others are used to make medicines. Not all have a nice garden bed to grow in and have to struggle in difficult terrain. They may need a helping hand, but all have a purpose, all have a place. In that respect, flowers with their infinite varieties are like trees, insects, animals, fish, birds, rocks and mountains, all of which have many varieties, are part of an ecosystem or have some other reason for existing. Many are part of a food chain and are reliant on bees for pollination, which in turn become food for animals that will then feed us. Humans are the end users of the chain and, unfortunately, can be the abusers of this infinitely balanced plan. People live in different places, speak in a variety of languages, and most adapt to their environment. Certainly, plants and animals do the same. We are like the bouquet of flowers. Size, age, shape and colour may vary, Yet we are all alike. All of us need food, water, shelter, safety, and a purpose. Singularly, we are limited in our endeavours, but like the orchestra, we can achieve much together. We must welcome and celebrate diversity in all forms. It is this diverse nature, like the orchestra or the bouquet of flowers, which make the world a better place. The end.